Hello and welcome to another episode of Barely Contained, the podcast that takes a deep dive into the world of online showbiz journalism. My name is Matt Withers and I'm once again joined at a safe social distance of 57,936 metres by Chris Beckett to assess the latest dispatches from the virtual red carpet, including Kate Middleton's bobble hat, Stacey Solomon's bin shaming and Elaine Paige's ironic Twitter tragedy. Let's go. Hi there, Chris. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay, Matt. How are you?
I am very well, thank you very much. Are you ready for some celebrity reportage?
I am as ready as I've ever been, which is, semi-ready.
Well, you keep your semi to yourself, Chris. We're going to start off with a story about Kate Middleton and a bobble hat. Now, Kate Middleton, she does have a royal title these days, but The Daily Express is not one to tug its forelock in that general direction, so they're sticking with Kate. This is by Mared Griffith, so she may be an anti-royal with a strongly Welsh name like that.
She is definitely Welsh, possibly anti-royal.
We shouldn't make assumptions. This is headlined, Kate Middleton wears £160 barber jacket and bobble hat in new video about mental health. It begins. Kate Middleton is a fan of the bobble hat, having worn different versions over the years. In a new video posted today, she wears one to keep warm while walking in a field.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that is the story, right? That she's worn a bobble hat, but my word, the length that this girl is going to go to pad this one out. So,
is it not the mental health video? Is it not the mental health angle that a lot of papers would have chosen?
I mean, most people would have said that the mental health thing was probably the most important aspect of this story, but Mared very much honing in on the bobble hat.
Yeah.
Kate Middleton, 39, is seen wearing a warm bobble hat and coat in a new video posted today on the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's Twitter account.
That was the other name for her.
Kate seems to have decided to film the video while going for a walk, either in a field or in the gardens of Amner Hall in Norfolk.
Those are the only two options.
It's definitely nowhere else, but she doesn't know, so she's just going to speculate.
Oh, yeah.
She is wearing a blue two-tone bobble hat. The front of the hat, which rests on her forehead, is a navy blue, while the upper part of the hat is a lighter and paler blue.
I tell you what, I'm glad that we've got Mared to explain how a bobble hat is affixed to your person.
Yeah, just to repeat, the front of the hat, which rests on her forehead, just in case you were... I mean, I'm a traditionalist, guys. For me, the front of the hat rests on the forehead. You know?
Yeah. No putting it on your ear.
No, I would never go jaunty. I would never wear it backwards, like a wrapper.
Yeah.
A fluffy purplish blue pom-pom sits at the top of the hat. The Duchess wears a quilted barber coat to match her hat. The jacket is a £160 piece. The Barber Longshore quilted jacket. It is also purplish blue, except for its zip, which is a light orange.
I hope we're going to get to the care label at some point.
As I said, this girl is doing some serious padding.
Light wool cycle for the bobble hat.
This bobble hat and coat combination is the ideal winter outfit. Perfect for our short daily walks.
Is that the royal hour?
It seems that Kate's exact coat is an older style and no longer available on the Barber website. However, similar blue quilted jackets are on sale, with prices ranging from around £100 to £200.
Lest this article be accused of not standing up to the SEO requirements.
Some coats are discounted in the winter sale. It is not
generally.
It is not clear where Kate's bobble hat is from, but there are plenty of similar versions on the market.
On the market?
Literally on the
Well,
market.
Well, it could be on the market stall, online.
Barbour also has a bobble hat on sale, but the material is a chunkier knit and comes in a dark red, a pale pink, or a bright baby blue.
Not very royal.
A cheaper equivalent to the Barbour bobble hat is available at accessorize.com, and although the material again does not match that of Kate's hat, its deep blue colour is more similar. Apart from the hat and the coat, Kate wears a black turtleneck seen underneath her jacket.
Conventional style.
Once again, Kate doesn't go unconventional. Some people may have put the jacket on and then wrestled in getting the turtleneck over the big fit jacket, but no, Kate's going old school.
I just had a vision of the Duchess of Cambridge with this sort of turtleneck right up to her nose, like Smithy from the Bash Street Kids.
Oh, a little reference for the teenagers there. The Duchess's makeup is natural, with only a little bronzer to accentuate and warm her cheekbones, as well as a few strokes of mascara to emphasise her already dark and long eyelashes. Her hazelnut-coloured hair is in its naturally straight form and falls neatly on her shoulders. In the selfie-style video, Kate talks about the importance of prioritising our mental health during what can be a tough time for everyone during lockdown.
Yeah, selfie style video.
Selfie style, okay. I think, yeah. Also, I don't know about you, because I feel that my mental health has been adversely impacted by this story.
I think it's been assaulted.
It comes just before Children's Mental Health Week, which begins tomorrow. Whilst this is Children's Mental Health Week, there has never been a more important time to talk about parental well-being and mental health too, says Kate. The Duchess adds, this is a hugely challenging time for us all. So, final 4 paragraphs are about the challenges of mental health in a pandemic. The previous, about 25, about the bobble hat.
Yeah. Married has really, got her priorities spot on. And I think she's, possibly on some sort of paid by the word retainer by the sound of things.
Now, Chris, I believe that you've turned up on the Daily Mirror site a story about Stacey Solomon and her wheelie bin.
I have indeed, Matt. Yes, so this is by Mirror Online's Louise Randall, headlined, Stacey Solomon bin shamed by her neighbours as rubbish piles up outside her home.
Okay.
Loose Women star Stacey Solomon says she's being bin shamed by her neighbours because of the rubbish piling up outside her home. Stacey admitted she's been getting dirty looks as the rubbish hasn't been collected in a couple of weeks.
Okay, big news.
Yeah. Stacey Solomon fears that she is being bin shamed by her neighbours as rubbish has been piling up outside her home.
Okay, we get that.
The Loose Women panellist, 31, has admitted her household isn't sticking to the bin rules, so her trash hasn't been collected for a while.
Okay, I don't like the Americanism trash, but, I know I'm fighting a losing battle there.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it seems as well, like, is it her to blame or is it her bin refuse collectors?
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't want to have a go at the sector, but, are we wrong to be picking on Stacey here?
Is it those town hall bigwigs of whom we hear so much?
It could be. She shared a video of herself peeking through her blinds and looking out at the bins. Stacey confessed she needs to crack down on Joe and the kids to make sure they aren't throwing away anything they shouldn't. So, Matt, this is a reference to her partner, Joe Swash. Are you aware of his work?
He is. I fear I might get him mixed up with Joe Pasquale.
Are they? Yeah, he's got a similar kind of vocal range.
Yeah, I think Joe Squash was he in EastEnders?
Joe Swash. He was on EastEnders, and he also, I think, he won I'm a Celebrity a few years back. In the video, Stacey said, "I am being bin shamed. Our rubbish hasn't been collected for a couple of weeks. I'm assuming something in there isn't in the right bag. And oh my God, the looks."
Has she got a body in there?
Yeah, just a couple of toes.
It's Joe Pasquale's body. They're
Yeah.
killing off the competition.
Exactly. It's our game now. "I can't take the bin judgment. I've had to shut the blinds. 2 wheelie bins is not enough." Stacey went on to explain in the caption, "I'm actually ashamed myself. For some reason, I feel like we have more rubbish than ever at the moment with the kids at home." I think she's just answered her own.
For some reason, I think it's the kids being at home.
Yeah, for some reason, having had 50 people over to visit, I seem to have accumulated a lot of empties. And no one is sticking to the bloody bin rules, so our rubbish isn't being collected. And it's bringing me down. I need to get so strict with the bin rules and then get out there and find the contamination and resort all the rubbish.
What?
It's not Chernobyl, love.
What's she talking about?
Find contamination.
Find the contamination. And she's going to resort all the right. I mean, her neighbours will be looking at if she was out there ripping open the bin bags and sorting them out again.
"I also need to buy more wheelie bins because one for the garden and one for general isn't cutting it. I need about 800.
Wow. She's deaf. It's not just Joe Pasquale. It's all manner of 90s family-friendly comedians there. Brian Conley's in there.
I mean, yeah, that's also, it's almost like a kind of Kim Jong-un reaction to the amount of wheelie bins you might need.
Yeah. Also, does one buy wheelie bins?
I think you just tend to ask the council.
I think you get them from the town hall bigwigs.
Yeah. Stacey revealed she's now ordered another wheelie bin and is planning to ring the council to sort out her rubbish situation.
This is like these celebrities who are trying to jump the queue for a COVID vaccine, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's who you know, isn't it?
Yeah.
Greasing the palms.
Yeah, ringing the old town hall bigwig saying, "It's Stacey Solomon here from TV's Loose Women. Could I have 800 wheelie bins, please?"
And can you put in a little cheeky food waste one? She went on, "I've ordered more wheelie bins and I'm going to give the council a ring tomorrow." The telly star also thanked fans for all their messages of support over her bin crisis, adding, "I've never felt so relieved to know so many of you have the same problem. Not being alone in anything is the best feeling."
Wow.
Yeah, I just think I should alert you as well. This is actually, for the Mirror, this is a very, very much commented story. And underneath, I think my pick was from Sarah from Sarah KB2. "I love Stacey. What you see is what you get with her. However, why don't she go down the local tip and start over again?"
My favourite's from Club 67, and they say they should take themselves to the tip because they are rubbish. No talent.
Wow. Oh, good tale there. Heartwarming. And Matt, to round things off, I understand you've got a story about celebrated British singer Elaine Paige.
I have. This is back on the express.co.uk. It's by Jessica Williams, and it's headlined, "Elaine Paige speaks out on unfortunate cocktail headline error that caused viral commotion."
Intriguing.
It is intriguing. It begins, "Elaine Paige spoke out about her cocktail party that went viral for all the wrong reasons after an innocent yet tragic mistake caused complete mayhem online."
I hope the rest lives up to that.
I mean, she has laid this on with a trowel. So tragedy and complete mayhem have been promised in this story.
Yes. I mean, let's be honest. Now, starting February 2021, in the middle of a global pandemic, tragedy is a pretty high bar.
Yeah, it is. But is this going to live up to it? I think we know the answer to that. Elaine Paige, 72, went viral over a mistake that wasn't her fault at all, but the singing sensation found it absolutely hilarious. It came after she made her cocktail Zoom parties public knowledge, but Twitter's character count did her dirty in the most ironic way.
Okay.
Oh.
Is it going to be the most ironic way?
It's...
Does that make much sense?
It doesn't. The sentence doesn't work. Twitter's character count did her dirty in the most ironic way. Okay. During the first lockdown, Elaine, much like the rest of us, had a lot of time on her hands. So she put it to good use and found herself some new hobbies to focus on to get through the months of isolation. In a recent interview, she opened up about what worked for her to keep herself entertained during the challenging time that we're unfortunately still facing today. During that first lockdown, same as now, you have to find a way of living, don't you? She said. I took up exercise classes online, and then I started doing these cocktail parties on Zoom. It was a real success, and soon garnered the attention of the press, leading to an interview with the Telegraph. I just love the idea of it garnering the attention of the press. The fact that Elaine Paige is drinking cocktails on Zoom.
Snap.
I mentioned them to a journalist, and when they put it out on Twitter, the line stopped because you can only have so many letters, she explained, giggling at what was actually published on the worldwide social media platform.
To give it its full name.
Oh my God, how old is this girl? On the internet superhighway. Yeah. I bought the cups from Amazon. It's an online bookseller that now does other things. So it said I'd been Zooming and having cocktails, except they lost the tails, Elaine hooted to Radio Times.
Like an owl.
So at no point is this actual tweet quoted at length. It is embedded online, but so she has to say cocktails except they lost the tails because obviously be far too blue for the
say that she liked cock.
Yeah. There she is hooting away. A very common synonym for say is hoot.
And is that without being too crude about it, although maybe that ship has sailed, it's the fact that it's the most ironic way that she does or doesn't?
Well, yeah. I don't know what's ironic about it, unless, and we don't really do blue on this podcast, but if she was to turn around and say, and the funny thing is, I haven't had any for decades, then that would be ironic, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. It would also put the duet she did with Barbara Dixon into a new light. Really, amp up the kind of sadness.
And it wasn't long before the internet had a field day. It went viral worldwide, she exclaimed. I've never heard from so many people in all my life, with everybody laughing and saying things like, well, I'm glad you are, very funny.
I mean, to be honest, Elaine, it has been quite a slow 18 months. Don't read too much into it.
At the time the post went out in May of last year, the singer was forced to clarify the awkward mistake that painted her in a hilariously unforgiving light. This is a very peculiarly worded story, isn't it? After the publication shared their exclusive report to Twitter, the big Elaine Paige cocktail Zoom party exclusive, the iconic performer felt she needed to clear things up despite seeing the funny side. She wrote, I think I need to clarify to Telegraph readers who may have seen the truncated headline that the full quote is, I've been having cocktail parties on Zoom. Really, matron. # carry on isolation. Amongst those who enjoyed the innocent yet tragic blood was Mylene Class, who replied, I
lost a limb.
Just to repeat that, the innocent yet tragic blunder was Mylene Class, who replied, "Love this," alongside a cry face emoji. Ryland Clark Neal also thought it was hilarious, and comedian Matt Lucas penned, "This is the greatest thing I have ever seen."
Again, it's been a slow old year.
It has. I hadn't spotted this earlier. I've just noticed one of the stories on the sidebar alongside it is Piers Morgan reacts to claims he ate hedgehog alive, quotes, "could damage my PM campaign." So there we go. I won't give them the click for that though.
Yeah. But well, it's good. It's good for Elaine to set the record straight.
Yeah, I mean, do we think it reaches the bar of tragedy?
No.
It's not quite Shakespeare, is it?
It's not.
So didn't deliver what was dangled before us, but
yeah,
look, we had a giggle, didn't we, Chris? We
did. I mean, to be fair, if that was going to be our new criteria, that we were going to dismiss every story that failed to live up to the billing, then I think this would be an even shorter podcast.
I think we'd have to knock it on the head.
Yeah, it would be welcome to Barely Contained. Here's the podcast. Here's the Twitter handle.
Speaking of which, Chris, you tantalised the listener with giving them what our social media presence is.
It was seamless, wasn't it?
People are tapping their feet now, and they're ready to write it down.
Yes, If you've got your file effects handy, why not write down or pen @barely_pod for your Twitter handle, and we've also got a site on the Facebook. Barely Contained, the podcast.
So, Chris, can I just check that Twitter? That's the worldwide social media platform.
It is, yeah. Except no substitutes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've had a lot of fun. Just been nice to catch up, and
it has.
I dare say we'll speak again in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.